Yo, what it do, YouTube? It's the boy Tkgoated here, and welcome back to another video. I know it's been a minute since I came out with a video, but it's really just because of this laptop. This laptop is pretty bad, man. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie with you, but I'm trying my best just to get out recordings and stuff. So if you see a lag throughout the videos, especially the next couple of videos, it'll be like that. I'll let you guys know when I do get a new laptop and when like that will happen. But from these videos from these videos on until I say something, you just expect it to lag. I'll be saying this within the next couple of videos as well. Uh, so like newcomers they would know. But we finna go ahead and hop into this reaction. I think the reaction was called, what was it called again? Anime's biggest menaces. Man, let's go ahead and hop straight into it. But before we hop into it, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe. It helps out the channel as much as possible. I'm on the road to 50 subscribers. We're 20 away right now, man. Let's go ahead and hit this goal out so we can go ahead and hop into our next goal, man. Let's go ahead and get straight into it.
Me creating this type, I made a video talking about characters who are just complete menaces to society. Some of the worst, most dangerous men in media history. Guys who have the same type of behavior to steal candy from children. I'm not gonna lie, I will do that as well. But the point is that I spent time talking about some of the most devious, crazy, intuitive guys that I've ever seen in my entire life. And it low-key kind of did a little well. So I wanted to pivot this concept into speaking about some of the most evil, conniving, twisted people from anime. Because if it's one thing anime is known for, besides its peak fights, storytelling, transformations, and openings, it's the villains out here doing that madness. Whether they're reasonable for what they want to do to the world or to a specific group of people, or if they're just a hater and want to finesse everybody. Either way, I can respect their game, man. And for today's video, I've gathered some of the most crazy types of anime villains and just wanted to expose these men and their nefarious antics. Because half the shit these people have committed is diabolical and they need to do a life sentence in jail. I swear to God.
Okay, have you heard of the world's first AI university? You'll learn directly
Bro,
from
these
AI
ads gotta go.
And without wasting any more time, let's jump straight into case number one. And you might want to sit down for this one.
Ooh, I think I heard this dude. Isn't this dude from JoJo? Man, I remember Mark talking about this dude and how he killed that one dude, that one short dude with like the spiky head, bro. I was just recently seeing like an RDC clip or whatever about it, and I was like, dang. But I don't even know what his power is. I guess Mark was saying like something about like he could blow something up without a trace or whatever. Like that is kind of OP. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie, man. But I gotta ask y'all a question though. Like I still haven't watched JoJo. What is it about, bro? I be hearing the most crazy stuff about JoJo. That's the real reason why I haven't watched it yet. Is because I be hearing some of the most craziest shit about it.
Video is sponsored by private internet access. Did you know that when you connect to the internet at public places like airports or coffee shops, someone could
Oh yeah, finna go ahead and skip this ad.
To protect you with
Yep,
DNA
yep, yep.
them brother. The first person
Right.
I'm bringing to the stand to expose him for his madness is none other than brother Kira Yoshikage from part 4 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And to cut it real short, this guy is weird, man. Like deadass, take Ted Bundy and Jeffrey Dahmer, use them together and put them in a purple suit, and you get Kira Yoshikage, the man who by
Yeah, I heard he was weird.
normal working class citizen in the town of Morio, peacefully living his days out working at a department store, pulling all the fine women in the city, having a simple life with a dedicated schedule, and he also has a giant hand fetish. Yo, who is this guy, bro? Kira Yoshikage is a notorious serial killer who's out here murdering women and keeping their hands to most definitely do some weird shit. He always carries one around with him like a standard procedure.
He got it.
He has a hand in his house, in his coat pocket, while he was eating a sandwich.
Yeah, bro, he got it, bro.
Off his hand.
See, this is the exact reason why I haven't watched JoJo yet. Cause some crazy stuff like this, bro. Like, what are we doing, bro?
But the worst
what are we
thing
doing?
This guy did was when he started licking the sauce off the dead hand.
Bro.
Man, this guy's nasty. Even
bro.
This disgusting when it comes.
And some of this is y'all favorite show too. Like, no disrespect to JoJo,
hell,
but that's crazy.
He gives the vibe that he dines at Arby's and eats the meat mountain sandwich religiously there. Yo, no shade to anyone who eats at Arby's, but if you actually eat this shit, I need you gone, bro. This is diabolical. But this, ladies and gentlemen, is how life is for Kira. By day, he's a simple man working a 9 to 5. And by night, well, let's say he's creaming his hands a little, you feel me? And with all the simplicity and nobody ever being able to figure out Kira's true identity, That day would all change when Shigechi's fat ass decided to one day jack Kira's sandwich bag while he was eating in the park. And in the sandwich bag was the severed hand he was carrying. And bro started panicking. He was moving like, ah, shit, I'm finna go to jail. I can't do it. I'm gonna get done out in there, I swear. So with that in mind, Kira starts tailing Shigechi, who followed up with Okuyasu and Josuke to go have lunch at school together. With him finally retrieving his sandwich bag, and he could go on his merry way, minding his own business. And he starts using his stand to steal the bag back, which rips the bag in half and reveals the hand.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, he kind of hold himself, bro. He kind of hold himself, bro. Trying to steal a bag, bro. Like, you died because of some food, bro.
That was
Come on,
inside
man.
it. And Shigechi didn't know what the hell was going on. He was like, what the hell is this? Where's my food, fam? But he didn't know that as soon as he saw that hand, it was game over for him, bro. Kira knew that as soon as he ripped the bag, he had to die. So he summons his stand, Killer Queen, which in my opinion is one of the hardest stands in JoJo. Like the majority of them, it's also a close range beat 'em up type of stand, with its special ability being to turn anything into a bomb. And Shigechi's stand is literally designed for stealing shit. So you can guess how this went. Kira got Killer Queen to hold out a coin, which Harvest gave to Shigechi, and then boom, blew up in his face. Somehow he's still alive.
That's crazy.
So he walks his finesse
That's
ass all
crazy.
the way over to where
This dude died over some food, bro. It's oof.
Josuke and Okuyasu were at to warn them about Kira.
That's so
But as soon
crazy.
as this man touched the door handle, it was already too late. Killer Queen already made the door handle a bomb. This guy Kira just mugged a 14-year-old boy. He killed a kid. He's crazy. But this is just the beginning. Kira and Killer Queen just start doing the maddest shit throughout the whole season, as everyone starts.
Hey, what I'm about to say is kind of crazy, bro, but that's kind of reasonable. Hold on. If somebody was about to catch you doing some crazy stuff that could get you life in prison, bro, I'm doing whatever I can to keep you quiet, bro. Like, like what, bro? You think I'm just finna sit around and let you walk around knowing any second that you could just tell anybody what happened? Bro, nah, bro. Like that might sound crazy, but like I'm gonna be completely honest with you, bro. I wouldn't be in I wouldn't be in that position ever. But I'm just saying, like,
Investigating into
I wouldn't
Shigechi's
just let
murder,
that. I
Jotaro
wouldn't
and
just let
Koichi
him walk
follow up on a
around.
clue they had from a button Harvest took from Kira, which ends up in them pulling up to a tailor. And as the tailor is reaching into Kira's blazer, this shit just comes out and finesses his hand. A little tank that is Killer
Damn.
Queen's second ability, Sheer Heart Attack. And this thing is hella broken, don't get it twisted. Sheer Heart Attack is a small immortal tank that follows high heat signatures and just blows up anything in his way. Like it finessed Jotaro. He got boomed here. It was so overpowered.
Damn,
it
bro.
forced Koichi's stand to evolve. That's how busted it was, with it being able to freeze the tank in place, which pulled Kira back to the scene. And I'm not gonna lie here, it looked like it was over for him. Josuke and Okuyasu pulled up and figured out he's the murderer. Koichi and Jotaro are healed. Like I thought they were gonna jump big man. But it turns out Kira had other plans. Right after getting cornered, this fiend chops his hand off and uses Sheer Heart Attack and dips. Then when Josuke uses Crazy Diamond to heal his hand and the gang start chasing after it, they come to find out Aya is dead. And Kira switched bodies. The man escaped. Yo, 10 out of 10 performance. I don't know how he pulled that shit,
That's
but
crazy.
that's cold, man. Kira has now switched bodies and became a man named Kosaku Kawajiri, a simple family man with a wife and a kid named Hayato. And this was Kira's chance to live a peaceful life, start over, have a family, which is a bonus, and move on with the rest of his days in peace and quiet. But Kira couldn't do that shit. He's too much of a weirdo. He started moving crazy. He was thinking too much about his fetishes. It was so bad that one day,
Yeah, bro.
Kira couldn't handle it anymore. He needed it. So one afternoon, he follows a couple into their apartment, blows up her boyfriend, then puts his ears on his girlfriend's like his earrings, then blows her up and only leaves her hand left. He's crazy. But I'm gonna keep 100 here. If you see
Yeah,
JoJo's
bro.
Bizarre Adventure, Kira has the most
JoJo really is a bizarre adventure. Bro, what are we talking about? This dude pulls up somebody and then leaves their hand. That's a fetish, bro. Like what? Bro. Like at least the bizarre adventure part really like reflects what the show is about. It's a bizarre adventure. You know what I'm saying?
anticlimactic most whole death out of any villain in this
Because
series. I
what are
swear
we
down.
talking
'Cause the
about?
way he died was just some bullshit. But before I get into speaking about this, I must mention Killer Queen's third ability. So when Kira became Kosaku, Hayato knew he was sus from the minute he came home that day. So he's been investigating, doing some digging, and finding clues as to who his dad really is. And eventually, Kira's dad, who's a ghost, pulled up to him, and the arrow he was carrying stabbed Kira by itself, which gave him a third ability. Bites the dust. One of the most busted powers I've ever seen. And how it works is if anyone is to figure out Kira's true identity, he would put a bomb in them, which would explode and set
Nah, what? Nah. That's the ultimate serial killer, bro, type of ability,
them and
bro.
himself back in time.
What?
The man had a failsafe. He tortured Hayato with this over and over again by putting him in a time loop of everyone dying as soon as he clocked who he was. It's mental. Though eventually, due to plot, Hayato outsmarts Kira and the gang figure out who he is without him resetting time, with Jotaro just beating the shit out of this man and taking his life.
Bro.
But remember when I said he has the most anticlimactic death of all JoJo villains? Yeah, so he dies to get run over. How do you die to this crap? You're a stat user! The rest of the villains in this franchise die to either the hands of the main characters or they just get put in a loop where they die over and over again. How did this man die to an ambulance backing up to try and save him? That's some dumb shit. Kira is a true idiot.
Nah. The way you died is crazy as hell, bro. Your power is too OP for you to be dying like that, bro. You can't die like that. If I had a power like that, if I had a power like, I just want.
This man is just a creep. And if it wasn't for Shigechi mistaking his sandwich bag for his, this man would have kept doing his whole Dexter shenanigans. He's weird. Going on to my next villain, we have one of One Piece's greatest characters. A man who always has that shit on. A man who always stole the show every time he appeared on screen. A guy that is one of the most evil men to ever exist. The one and only Don Quixote the Flamingo. And yo, as much
Dolphy. Hey, yeah, he's definitely one of the biggest menaces in anime. I ain't saying that, but some of the things that he did was kind of reasonable. Hey, Dolphy wouldn't even be in that position if his dad didn't decide that he didn't want to be a celestial no more, bro. Like what? And you know what would have been crazy too? Dolphy would have probably still been good if his dad, like Dolphy, his dad, and everybody else, they probably would have been good if his dad didn't say, "Oh, I'm celestial." Bro, what, bro? Like you're too innocent, bro. Like there's no way. There's no way. Come on, man.
What if you had access to the marketing
If anything, if you want to blame somebody, blame his dad, because he's the reason why all this even happened.
The worst case of jackups I've ever seen in my entire life. And no socks, fam. Who is this guy, bro? This man is worth tens of millions of berries. Proper stack. But he's out here wearing trousers like this, showing off his hairy ass legs. And dress shoes with no socks. Criminal. I hate to say it, but in my opinion, low-key in this fit, the cape carries. I ain't standing by a man with jackups. That's crazy. But I digress. Doflamingo is one of the worst hearted people in One Piece. Like, the man is a born
for sure.
There's no defense to anything he's done. From him being the biggest black market dealer selling smile fruits to Kaido, blackmailing the king of Dressrosa to buy the country from him, to then betray that deal and force the king into killing a bunch of his subjects, making Doflamingo look like a hero. Using sugar to turn a bunch of people into toys, had slaves working for him in the smile factory, killed his own brother. But he was a snitch, so I kind of understand that one. Made Bellamy his own punching bag and sold so many more nefarious stuff. Like, just look at his list. Look at all the crimes he's done. He's crazy. And by
hey, if you guys haven't seen if you guys really don't know what Dolphy did, bro, I recommend that you guys watch the CJ the Champ video. I was actually gonna react to it, but like I already seen it, so I wasn't gonna do it. But like Dolphy, CJ the Champ pretty much listed everything he did, bro. And I would guarantee you, bro, he would have got the death penalty, bro. He would have got the death penalty down here, man.
All of this,
stuff that he did is crazy.
Crazy, traumatic, depressing backstory, which molded him into the villain he is now. I mean, it's kind of understandable, but it's not really. Ever since he was a child, Doflamingo has always been on a madness.
Yeah, Dolphy has already been mad, but you can't, like, his environment was always like that. You know what I'm saying? Like all the people, all the Celestials, they thought that they was above everybody. They always thought that they was above everybody, and so obviously Dofi's gonna think he's above everybody because everybody around him saying that they're above regular humans. Like Celestials don't even think they're humans anymore. They think that they're a class above that. You know.
From
So like,
jump, he's always been a supremacist since his family was celestial dragons. And the celestial dragons are a bunch of waste men, all built like trash, out here wearing helmets like they're SpongeBob and Stanley's tank. Whack fits, solely known across the land for murking people for status and owning people as if they're property. Basically, they're horrible rich people. And Doflamingo's family were also celestial dragons from the holy land of Marizua. This place stinks, bruv. Anyway, Doflamingo's family decided to leave their privileged afterlives since they're actually good people and go to start a whole new life elsewhere as normal townsfolk. But Doflamingo, he hates.
man, I would have stayed in Marie's Walk. I don't care how nice I am, bro. It's a good place to live. And I'm better living here than anywhere else. Because if somebody was to find out that I was a celestial dragon, they gonna try to kill me. And that's exactly what they tried doing when they found out that Dofi and his family was a celestial. Well,
This. He was pressed at them leaving their life as upperclassmen. He didn't understand why his parents had to drag him and his brother into this giant change.
you
And
know,
them leaving
Dofi's real main turning point was when his mom died because of his dad's ignorance.
best lives to go be normal people. And to an
That's really when
extent, I
Dofi
kinda
turned
understand
for
where he's
real.
coming from. Because it literally makes zero sense. Why would anyone leave their rich life to go be normal? It's like saying you still literally makes zero sense. Why would anyone leave their rich life to go be normal? It's like saying you still want to be a millionaire, but you want to work at McDonald's. The food can't be that good. I love my sweet chili wraps though. They're amazing. It doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm as humble as the next person, but even I know that's some bullshit. And oblivious to all the malevolent actions celestial dragons have caused, his dad reveals to the public that he is one, which gets their house burned down. And
No, it's this that pisses me off. It's the fact. Hold on. It's the fact that he's saying he was a celestial. You know, the people probably wouldn't even know. People wouldn't even know that he was celestial. He didn't act like celestial at all. They never would have knew that he was a celestial ever until he went out there and admitted that he was one. No. If anything, I blame the dad for most of that after events. You know, because like if it wasn't for him being stupid, maybe Dofi wouldn't have killed thousands, if not millions, of people. Like, come on, bro.
the people are angry. They hate celestial dragons, and they just start chasing them down house to house to kill them, which gets their family to settle down in this rundown shack. His dad even asked to come back to Marizua, and the celestial dragon said hell nah and just hanged up on him. Doflamingo and his brother used to get beat up his kids, and the environment they were in was so bad, their mom died.
Yeah, this is the turning point for Dofi, bro. This was the turning point before. Oh God, this is the turning point for Dofi. When his mom died, that's when he really started hating his dad, bro. And that's when he started turning like full on evil.
Father indirectly caused this shit. No wonder this guy turned out the way he was. They took his life from him. But
On
eventually
me,
the
bro.
townsfolk found them and were trying to kill these men by burning them alive, which got Doflamingo so vexed he unlocked his conqueror's hotkey and knocked out everyone. And I'm counting this in self-defense because Doflamingo's family ain't done shit and they trying to kill them. It's crazy. But you see what classism does to people, ladies and gentlemen? This is exactly why you should share your money, so we don't have these stupid tiers of society and so we can all live in peace and harmony. So here's my cash app, but for what it's worth, it's kind of understandable to what reinforced Doflamingo's hating mindset. Like, imagine as a kid, you had everything, and it just got taken away from you because your dad thought it would be better for you to be broke. I guarantee you, none of us are going to be happy after hearing that. We're all going to tweet. But for what Doflamingo did after this moment, yeah, I'm not defending this guy. So after Doflamingo
Give me a second, yo.
saves his family, he meets a man who later will become one of his top executives, Treble. This ugly ass guy who convinced Doflamingo to kill his father, which he ends up doing since he thought by bringing his head back to Marizua, he could rejoin the Holy Land. And they said, hell no, we ain't letting you back in. So when all else failed, Doflamingo turned to a life of crime, establishing the Don Quixote pirates and just causing a bunch of bullshit across the world, making a bunch of guns, drugs, somehow
Yeah,
becoming a
bro.
warlord of the sea, finessing
Yeah,
marines,
bro.
making Smoker look weak,
Like, you
cutting
guys
cords
see what I'm
fast,
talking
and just
about though?
moving like a
Like,
tyrant
it
for the
all
rest of One
started.
Piece,
It all
firing
started
straight
with his
bullets into
dad.
law. And real
It all
quick, you
started
see
with his
Law and
dad.
Dressrosa? Oh my days, bro. I gotta get off my chest.
Oh
It took
yeah.
one arc for this guy to go from making people switch bodies, lifting a whole navy ship, and cutting a whole goddamn island in half, to just getting his shit rooked like 100
Bro,
episodes
I
later. It
swear, bro,
doesn't
he
make any
could, bro, he
sense.
cannot
Let's remember
box that
Game's
whole arc,
story.
bro.
Getting packed up several times, even using his strongest move against Doflamingo.
Walmart is going to ban me
Bro,
for
he was getting
disclosing
cooked
this
the
secret.
whole
Okay,
arc.
sir, your total's
Bro,
$200.
Dofi belt to
Man, I
ass,
actually gave
bro.
$20.
Go, and it
Dofi
didn't
was
do
putting
shit.
belt to ass,
Useless.
bro.
Yo, they hold Law and Dressrosa, man. I was low-key crying at this. I love this guy. And they just made him look weak. That's not fair. But that doesn't change the fact that Doflamingo is a demon. The guy rules with an iron fist and made everyone else suffer for his own amusement. He even tried to kill Moria in Marineford. Who am I kidding? This guy would have done all of us a favor, fam. But he is truly a menace, even being one of the first few people in One Piece to awaken his devil fruit, changing the whole of Dressrosa into a...
Okay,
His
okay.
powers are busted. He can swing like Spider-Man, summon the birdcage which destroys whole islands, and he was even able to patch up his organs back together. That's how he survived Law's gamma knife. He's just that guy who got finessed by Luffy and now he's in jail. But all in all, he's still diabolical. Moving on to my next villain who's just evil incarnate is Junko Enoshima from Danganronpa. Now, I've previously mentioned Danganronpa in a video where I spoke about death games I'm surviving. Y'all should go check it out. But the reason why the death game even exists is because of this woman right here.
Yeah,
Junko Enoshima,
it's literally
a
because of her.
17-year-old
Yeah, I
schoolgirl
remember.
who used to be a student at Hope's Peak Academy, a school of which only people with specific talents are recruited to. And Junko's talent is being the ultimate fashionista, which is so far from being a genocidal maniac.
Yeah, swear to God.
With Junko having a very successful modeling career and a lot of publicity, it gave her the opportunity to join Hope's Peak, which is where she set up the first killing game, nicknamed The Tragedy at Hope's Peak Academy, in where Junko, alongside her sister Mukuro Ikusaba, the ultimate soldier, got the student council of Hope's Peak to go ahead and murder each other. And if they didn't, Mukuro was just gonna kill them anyway. So they were pretty much cooked here, with Junko pulling up and having a bunch of blackmailing material that they would either want or would just ruin their lives completely. Money, kidnapping family, grudges, secrets that would completely derail everything for them and ruin their lives forever. And thus, with these actions being placed into motion, the first killing game began. Everyone started.
I actually forgot. I actually forgot why she really wanted to make this game. I don't remember. I don't remember. It's been a minute since I've seen it, but it's crazy, bro. Because how can you come up with something like this, bro? But if you guys have seen the show called like Alice in Borderland, bro, like it's like people made that. Like people made that, not like no extraterrestrial and then people made that game. It's like why, bro? Like so many people died because you just wanted to have fun, bro. That's so crazy. That's the definition of menace,
Moving
bro.
crazy, murder this, murder that. Shit went from 0 to 100 real quick. Everyone started massacring each other, shooting each other, shagging each other, just doing any
What the hell just happened?
bad thing imaginable to themselves, ending anyone in sight. It was mad. Ladies and gentlemen, it was horrific. So once the killing subsided and there was only one guy left, another man joined the
Wait,
battlefield, Izuru Kamakura. Now, before I keep yapping about Junko's crazy antics, I think I need to tell you a little something about Kamakura. Izuru Kamakura is a product of an experiment the school ran to create what's known as the ultimate hope. They were tying science to being talented. Shit's crazy. And the test subject of this was a boy named Hajime Hinata, who had no talent and only made it into Hope's Peak by enrolling into the reserve course for the normies. Yeah, they were kind of separated. They had favorites here. And with Hajime undergoing surgery to become Kamakura, he lost all his memories and just became hella nonchalant. So when it came down to him first meeting Junko and hearing her motives, he just decided to tag along because he's bored.
I actually don't remember this. I don't remember this for some reason. I watched this show. I just don't. I watched the show, but I just don't remember this.
Enough, man. So once Kamakura
I
pulled
don't know
up,
why.
he knows the hell out of the last guy and then that guy gets deleted while Junko starts breaking into her strategy. After the killing game, she uses tapes of the event to broadcast them to the parents, police, and students of the reserve course to showcase Kamakura's existence, saying that Hope's Peak have been experimenting to create talented people, which basically made the parents feel like dickheads for spending their money sending their kids to the school, made the people in the reserve course feel stupid knowing they're basically making people to get into the better classes, and making the police hella suspicious of illegal experimentation going on at a high school. She's basically sabotaging the school's name so they look terrible in the public eye. For what, you may ask?
It's crazy.
I'm gonna get into that. A little before she made the first game, she met a boy named Ryota Mitarai, the ultimate animator who dreams of making his own anime one day. And that's beside the point. The most interesting thing about this guy is that he uses specific techniques in his animation to basically make some sort of eye candy for the viewers. Or as it literally is called in the anime, he has brainwashing techniques. So with Junko hearing that, the plan was in motion. Using the footage from the first killing game, combined with the techniques Ryota used to make anime, Junko created a whole brainwashing video that would turn people crazy for despair, essentially making them enjoy killing people. The woman is wicked, and our first targets to use this footage against were none other than the upperclassmen on the ultimate course, which is just the main class from the second game. So by brainwashing their teacher, making the class hella concerned, which got them to go looking for her, that same teacher led the student class rep, Chiaki, into the first torture game. While the rest of
Now with Optimum Internet, get 1 gig
Yes.
fiber internet for only $60
Like-
per month
like-
for 2 years.
the class
Like if you guys remember, man, like I don't think he's gonna say it like why she started to do it. I don't know if he's gonna say it or not, but if you guys can go ahead and like leave it down in the comments, like why she like started it. I'm gonna rewatch the show just to see, but like yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and rewatch it, but I don't remember why she started it. Like, but if you guys want to go ahead, let me
made
know in the
their way
comments.
into the same exact room
That's cool.
the trials are held in, and had a front row seat to Chiaki's punishment. And this shit is one of the saddest things I've ever seen. She starts running through some temple run type dungeon, trying to avoid all the traps and things in there designed to kill her. And while she's in there, everyone else is witnessing her in the punishment, which in turn is brainwashing
crazy.
them, making them vulnerable to the despair video Junko manipulated Ryota to make. And as Chiaki thinks she's made it safe and sound to the comfort of her class, she gets shot with a spike and impaled by a room full of them. Shit was tough, man.
That's
and that was
crazy.
it. Junko got what she needed to turn
Oh my God.
fueled by a room full of them. Shit was tough, man. And that was it. Junko got what she needed to turn the same class of people into murderers. All of them became crazy, started wiping out the general public. She relayed the same video to all the other students at the school, and they started deleting themselves. And if you're wondering how this class caused the end of the world, some of these man's ultimates are stupid. This guy, Yakuza member, used the whole Yakuza to kill a bunch of people. This guy, ultimate chef, poisoned all the food in the world. This girl, ultimate swordsman, she started soloing a bunch of people. And on top of that, Monokuma robots were being made, which were just taking people out in the streets, and the whole world was just cooked then. Junko Enoshima started what is literally called, and I quote, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. And for what, you may ask? Why did Junko decide to end the world? Why did she even want to destroy the planet and cause murders and genuinely turn the earth into a giant
Oh,
shithole?
yeah, okay, okay,
Well,
okay.
it's because she's crazy. She's evil for the sake of being evil. She likes murder. She
Wow.
likes killing. She likes to see people suffer more than happy.
Yeah, she's a
So
true
in
menace
other
then,
words,
like,
she's the devil
you're just gonna
incarnate.
kill people
And
for no
remember
reason?
earlier when I
Come
told
on,
you
man.
Junko's ultimate talent is being the ultimate fashionista? I lied. Her real ultimate talent is being the ultimate analyst, which makes sense in how calculated her plans were. She's a genius. This woman is unfathomably evil. I ain't got nothing to say here. She's dark. But Junko is nothing compared to the last person I have in this video. To the viewers still watching by this point, I've spoken a lot about crash outs in my time. Reasonable, unreasonable, evil, not evil, menacing, and just pure good. But this boy I'm about to bring up last is by far the worst person in this video. Sure, he might not have done the same shit as the rest of these guys, but I want you to remember, he's the youngest person to be doing any of this shit in the history of all evil villains. This child is the devil. And this ain't no metaphor, I really mean it this time.
You have to understand, he really likes that.
Oh, is he talking about the dude from Boondocks? Ain't this a real dude?
Police are looking for a group of thieves.
I was gonna say this is a
that
real
committed
person.
The brazen robbery.
You can't keep getting away with it.
Can you tell me your name
Lemilton?
and your last name?
Deshaun.
Oh yeah, this dude for real is a
In my
menace,
life,
bro.
I've met a lot of crazy
He's a
people,
menace, bro.
but
Hold on, bro. I seen the episode of Boondocks. Man, it was funny to me, right? So I want to say, I don't know, I can't give like a good time period, but I would say probably like 2, 3 months after, not 2, 3 months. I'll say like a few years after I seen the episode. Yeah, yeah, bro. When I tell you that this dude, when I heard that this was real, I was like, hold on, what? And then I seen it all over. I seen it all over like my page. I seen it all over my Twitter page. And it was like people saying like, "Oh, this dude really is real." I was like, "Whoa, what?" So like, I'm looking through it. And I'm like, "No way, bro!" And I searched up his name and stuff, and I was like, "Bro, they really based the Boondocks episode off a real person." That's how much of a menace this dude was. They based a whole episode, not just a part or a segment, like how American Dad or like Family Guy does. They just put segments of like scenes or whatever for references. They put a whole episode dedicated to this dude. That's how much of a menace he was. Like he's so much of a menace that you would think that as a cartoon character, it wasn't based off a real person. But everything that he did in the episode, besides like obviously like sometimes over a little bit over the top, but like most of the things that he did in the episode, he actually did, bro. Like he was driving cars and stuff, being an absolute menace, bro. Like, come on, bro. At that point, hey, gotta blame the people who raised them, man. Well, at least to some degree, because like, what what are we talking about, bro? What are we talking
this
about,
kid is the craziest guy I've ever seen,
bro?
Milton. Now, when anyone talks about any menaces from the Boondocks, they usually only talk about Stinkmeaner, his hate toward Robert Freeman, the long vendetta he
Oh
had
yeah,
toward the
oh
Freeman
yeah, he's a
family,
menace too.
even cloning
For
himself to
sure, he
spend
a
the
menace
rest of his
too.
days trolling them. Well, what if I told you, me personally, I think Milton is worse than Stinkmeaner, solely because Stinkmeaner was dedicated to be a hater after he lost his eyesight, whereas Milton commits all of the crimes I'm about to tell you, man, and he's only 8 years old. So let me just run through everything
Yeah, and
Milton's done in the show, because he's a
it's the
different
craziest
type
part
of
that's
evil.
based
He
off of
stole
real,
his grandma's car and started
something real,
driving it
bro.
around like he's a madman, just causing a bunch of mayhem everywhere he went. He was smoking cigarettes. He admits constantly that
Yeah,
he lost.
I was just about to say this. He admitted he admitted to doing it because it was fun. He said, I forgot exactly what he said on the news, like on the real news. He's like, man, I did it because it was gangster. I was like, hold on. All right, bro, you got it, bro.
Hurting
It was
people
something
and
like that.
doing
I don't
bad
remember the
things.
exact
Like,
words,
look
but
at
it's
his
something like that,
mugshot.
bro.
Why is he so confident here? He's stunting for
It
his
literally
gym
has
photos. What the hell is
666
this man
as
doing? And
literally
bless
has
this guy's
six six
grandma,
six as his
because apparently she's too dumb to see how
jail
crazy her
number, bro.
8-year-old
Come on,
grandson
man.
is. This kid is more menacing than Sukuna. Shit, he's on par with Frieza. And even after being forced by his grandma to apologize to the Freeman family about his actions, that was all some bullshit. Because the next time we hear from Milton, he beat up his grandma. Elder abuse. Charge this guy. Yo, this kid is so mad that a whole school counselor started tailing him. Then he pulled up to the Freeman house and started telling Granddad and Huey how much of a parasite this kid was, saying that he spent 2 years trying to help him and then another 2 years trying to lock him away. It was bad enough that Milton stole his grandma's car,
Yeah,
but the fact
man.
that somebody from a school is following up on him is crazy. But this isn't even the worst to come with this guy, because what he does in the second half of this episode is mortifying. After Riley and Milton do a bunch
I
of
forgot
villainous shit
exactly what he
together,
did
Riley
throughout the
decided he's
episode.
tired and done for the day, and that's when Milton convinces him to watch movies at his house. Now you see right here, when they pull up to his crib, this is when you see this child is a psychopath. So when Huey starts chilling at Milton's house, Milton decides to put on a scary movie. Riley asks him, why do you watch these movies all the time? And this guy Milton just replies with, I like watching people get hurt. It looks fun to me. I want to hurt people.
Oh yeah, bro.
When I heard this for the
He's
first time,
different.
I was
He's
so lost.
different,
Whose
bro.
man's
He's
is this?
different.
Where are his parents?
He's
Then
different.
Milton says that he wants to show Riley something, and this guy just pulls out a strap, fully
No,
loaded, magazine full,
nah.
pistol, telling Riley now they can
I
hurt whoever they
swear.
want.
I swear. Do say. Oh, I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you something. Hold on. Let me find something. All right. Let me get this real quick. Let me do this real quick. All right. Hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and show you something. I'm gonna show you something. I just bought this thing. You know what I'm saying? I just bought this. I want to show you. I'm gonna show you. Let me get it for you real quick. Let me get it for you real quick. Bro, it's good, bro. Yo, it's good, bro. Like, come on, bro. Nah, bro, you're tripping, bro. You're tripping. And you pointed. It's the fact that you pointed it at me, loaded. The safety's off, bro. The safety's off, bro. You want to point the gun at me, bro? Like, come on, bro.
whenever they want.
You're
And then he
you're a
forces
menace. Like
Riley to go with
literally a
him because
menace.
he has a blick in his hands. An 8-year-old held another
And he
8-year-old
and he
hostage.
forced
This
him.
guy's evil. Then the next day,
I
Milton
forgot
pulls up
he
on
forced
Riley,
him to do
asking
that.
him why haven't they hung out to go be menaces again, with Riley just saying, I don't want to chill with you no more. Then this man just threatens him again with the blick. So Milton forces Riley to chill with him, telling him that they're gonna go rob this house and steal everything in there, until a dog starts barking at them crazy. Riley wanted to leave, but Milton, he takes his gun
Shot it.
and deletes the dog from existence.
Shot
He
it.
marked the dog for nothing. What the hell am I even supposed to say here? He's a demon.
Wait.
But don't worry, Milton has finally been bagged by the police. They got him. Finally, the streets will be safer and life will be a lot more joyous again with this maniac of the streets. So Milton got out of jail the next day. After Riley finishes detention, boom! Milton was waiting for him. Started threatening him like crazy, pulling out the blick once more. Then Riley jacked his gun.
And school is
Faced all
crazy.
the way up the stairs and dashed
And
off
school is
leading
crazy.
to Milton to just give Riley a hefty bang in the face. And then
Damn.
this man gets a scraping. Eventually, Milton is beaten and he's dangling off the side of the building with only Riley holding him up. Then, when Granddad Huey and the guy from the school pull up, the man from the school paces to Riley.
Dang, that full flat. That dude he ran a full flat. Hold on, we gotta go back. We gotta go back.
Granddad Huey and the guy from the school pull up.
Look at this,
The
look at
man from
this.
the school paces.
Dang, you see the way he does it here, bro? And you know Huey fast too, bro. Nah, bro. Just do not even a full flat. That's probably a three, 4. Bro, nah, bro. Nah, he wanted him gone. He wanted him gone, bro. Heck nah, bro.
Leading to his
Dude ran up,
untimely
bro.
demise.
Nah, bro.
Oh, I like Milton survived the fall, man. Then the school counselor just yeets himself onto Milton and tries to mark him. Again, this guy was dedicated. He knew the type of menace he was.
Yeah, bro.
Is the
What was it like?
scariest
What was it
I've
like
ever
4 or
seen in
5
my
years?
life. And the
You was
most
trying to get rid
craziest
of
thing
him too,
about
bro?
Milton is, you know how
Yeah,
most
bro.
people ever have
He's
this
waiting for that
Milton
day.
is based off real events. Milton is based off a real kid, Latarian Milton, who stole his grandma's car and crashed it like a madman. I
Yeah,
guess you
man.
can say he liked doing bad things. Milton is the most dangerous person mentioned in this video because he accomplished all of this at 8. Imagine what he's capable of doing at 10, 12, 16, 20. The possibilities are endless. He would have ended the world worse than Junko. And if I ever saw
I swear,
Milton,
bro.
I'm calling it quits, bro. My life is over. But these were some guys in anime, just the definition of menaces. If you man got any more I haven't mentioned, I want to see some in a future video like this, let me see it in the comments down below, man. Also, I will be doing a future upload that has something to do with public transport. I'm not gonna disclose what it is, but it gonna be nice. So, I've decided to include some of you man in the video by asking you to share some of your most crazy, tragic, scary stories on public transport. Whether it's the people, the transport in itself, or I don't know, it just has to include.
Alright, I can't really give you a good story off public transport. I don't use public transport that much. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, so I can't really say much about it. But hey, you can comment down below what your scary event about like public transport is, man. But man, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Go ahead, hit the like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.